Yo guys, what is going on? Insanity coming back at you today with some more Division content, and today I really wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about the status of the PTS, where things should go in the future for the reward system, and how classified gear is unlocked with global events, because there's a lot of people in the community that find it really crappy. Some people think it's not really good. Some people think the global event caches are not rewarding enough and that they're too much of a grind to get these credits and then to get absolutely nothing in return. And I think I found the perfect solution that I wanted to go ahead and share, not only with the devs, but with the entire gaming community, because I think this is a good way to try and make global events much more fun, more interactive, and if you already know what you're going to get, you're more, ready and gung-ho to just run through it and get the reward. Because, like, say, for instance, weekly assignments, whenever they reset, what do you know you're going to get? A weekly assignment cache. You know what you're going for, you get a guaranteed exotic, and you move on. That's great. We have the global event caches, and they're meant to be random. I get it. That's lovely. It's a great system, but we need more. We need a little bit of an extra piece added to the global events to make it so that, you know what? I want to play global events. They're a hell of a lot of fun. I want to turn on threat level 1, threat level 2, and just have a ball with this thing. I love going in with threat level 2 and Outbreak and doing that marking and one hit insta-kill headshot. It's a hell of a lot of fun. But here's the deal. I think we need to go ahead and just take a look at the world map for just a second, because whenever you take a look at this thing and you usually see the daily assignments, the weekly assignments, survival, all the encounters, all the missions, everything's there, right? Well, whenever the global event is running, I think they need to add a new section and have the text be purple so you know what the global event assignments are besides just looking at that particular category. Every time you go over a mission, it highlights saying 3 particular rewards, and it's going to be very specific. Whenever a global event is going on, it's going to be tailored towards a specific classified gear set. We already know this. But instead of leaving it up to complete RNG for global event caches and global event bosses, let's change it up. Let's make it so that we have global event assignments where you have 3 different tiered rewards. Tier 1 could be something where if you complete all the global event missions, you get the Tier 1 reward. And we're just going to use Striker as an example for this entire layout. But let's just say Tier 1 would grant you the Striker Vest. A Tier 2 reward would be going through all the challenging missions without ever healing yourself or something along those lines. And then that could also go in with combinations, and it would give you an opportunity not only to get combinations and patches, but it would also make it so that you could get that next tiered reward, which would be the Striker Holster. And this is what some people might not understand. Whenever you unlock these things as a community and you're all getting the same pieces, that's not the case. And I don't want it to be the case whatsoever. I want it to still be a little bit more random. I like the idea of not having the same thing as the person next to me. So yes, give me a Striker, vest for completing Tier 1, but don't give me the same armor as everyone else. Don't give me the same majors and all the same stats. I want all that up to RNG. Just make it so that whenever you do these tiered rewards, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, it gives you an opportunity to get half of a classified set before that entire set gets thrown into the loot pool for the event being over. And I think that's a great way to not only get half of a set ready to go, but it gives you the chance to have 3 already badass classified pieces that could work with Ninja Bike to give you a 4-piece so you can delete those other old pieces of that particular piece of gear so you don't need them anymore. It's a great way to not only have inventory management, but it also gives you a great way to reward the players doing the global events. Sure, we could still have the classified caches, would still give you that small percentage at getting it classified gear and exotics and things like that. I'm cool with that. That is awesome, that's great, that's fun. Let's keep that. But I think for the community, we need this type of reward system for running through global events. This would totally take away the idea of, people having the idea, okay, if I'm going through all this stuff, I'm earning these credits, I'm not just going to get a crappy high-end from a global event cache. It's happened to me, it's happened to other people, and it would get that bad taste out of your mouth saying this game is not rewarding. Sure, this game offers a crap ton of loot ever since update 1.4. You can find high ends like they're freaking candy everywhere in World Tier 5, but this is something totally different. Once we start talking about classified gear, it's meant to be hard to get, and I'm totally fine with that. But the idea of being able to get 3 pieces from the global event that's running gives everyone a complete opportunity to take the 2 weeks, to go through the stuff, to grind for those pieces, and to have one hell of a time doing it, because it's not meant to be easy. And if you have challenging of enough tiered, requirements to make this work, it could definitely become much more engaging. More people would want to interact in the global event missions, which would make the community all gung-ho and crazy about global events even more, because they know they have an opportunity to get that next piece of classified gear. Because I can't wait to get Reclaimer, and I can't wait to get Striker full classified sets over in Update 1.7. Anyways, guys, I would really enjoy to hear your feedback on what you guys think of all this. Do you think this is a crazy idea? Do you think it's stupid? Do you think it's a decent way to try and still mix a community-driven reward for everyone doing the same thing and getting the same reward, but still leaving RNG to make sure all the pieces are different and not everyone has the same piece of gear? Otherwise, we're just pretty much all at a draw and a stalemate, all going at each other with the same pieces of gear. I mean, it'd be pretty crappy to have that, but I think the idea of having the same gear pieces as rewards, all with different roles for everyone, would be a much better decision. Besides, you can always share that stuff with your party to try and mix and match things the way you need them. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap everything up for me when it comes to the entire classified gear reward system with global events and Update 1.7 and how the PTS is currently working. Things can change. We all know that. Can they go ahead and build this new idea in a short amount of time before Update 1.7 is officially launched? I have no idea. But your comments, your feedback is extremely important. I plan on passing this along directly to the community developers and some of the devs over at Redstorm and Massive. I want them to see this directly, because your feedback is what drives this type of change, and I think it'd be better for the entire community to have this type of reward system for the global event system. It's going to be really cool to see. Anyways, guys, like if you haven't, sub if you're new for more Division content, and I will see you in the next one or the next live stream or whatever the heck I'm doing next. I love you. Peace.